No, he didn't eat any pizza.
You ate the whole thing?
No, the
We're
box
going
was
to be
wet.
talking about the pressing
sent you a
news in
picture.
gaming and media
You know
within
me.
the last couple
My audio is not a
weeks.
So you threw the pizza away?
No, it's the fridge at work. I couldn't bring it home. The box is destroyed.
Trump is aware of the script for today, but not the whole script.
Hey,
It's
Maddie.
pretty gay.
Yeah.
Joking.
Yeah.
Do not be offended by
That's not a
my
chicken bake, which is
crude
pretty good.
jokes.
No.
No? I think I've never seen they drop.
I have never got a script. I don't know what you're talking about. This is a non-scripted
Some
thing.
enticing stuff to talk about. Some exciting stuff too.
Yeah, yeah.
So just we're gonna do the reactions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read the news stories. Some pretty well known, and others maybe you didn't hear. You know, funny when I was looking for the script, I saw stuff from like months ago, and I almost put one of the things in. I think it was like about like some guy said he got abducted by a UFO at night and remembered pretty much none of it. And it was a story from like a couple months ago, and I don't know why it was in my feed. I'm like, I only want current news here. I don't want this shit from like months ago. But it was a pretty interesting
No,
story
it
about
wants
like
you to
a
have that.
Texas guy who was pretty much said while he was sleeping, he woke up on a different position in his bed, and I guess he has a pretty big bed. But, like, he was sleeping all the way to the left, and then he woke up all the way to the right. And when he got up, I guess he just naturally assumed he was abducted by aliens, you know, just because that's what normal people do. They just draw that conclusion.
Yes.
Like,
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
you know,
CJ,
I must have not tossed a
if I
turn
ever
on my
wake up-
sleep.
CJ,
just-
if I ever wake up
Abducted by
and I'm
aliens.
on the other side of my bed, like, Mom, I've been abducted by aliens.
You know,
Because
I guess that's just,
Yes.
it's normal.
That's
just
logical.
assume that.
It's
You
logical.
know.
I think you're weird for not assuming that, Carnage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just call me Mr. Weirdo over here.
Mr. Weird Guy.
Exactly.
Mr. Sandman.
Alright, so let's get into the more pressing news. So, I don't know what people have been doing, laying under a rock or not, but FaZe Clan Tfue has been getting a lot of heat. FaZe Clan, recently they've been going now after Tfue, so Tfue is a rising star in Fortnite. Obviously, a lot of people know him. His name is Turner Tenney. He's 21, I believe. He became a rising star back in May when he said that he was going to sue his employer because he claims they took most of his earnings and had an explosive contract, which violates California statute law. After things went south, or things went silent about the case, but reports now surface that FaZe is suing Tfue for violating his contract and attempting to form a rival esports organization. Tfue made about $20 million since signing with FaZe in April of 2018, and only forked over $60,000 to
He made
FaZe.
too much money.
So out of $20 million, he only gave FaZe $60K. And he claimed that they took 80% of what he made, which would be, you know, a lot more than $60,000.
Well, no, that's not what he claimed that they took. That's what the contract stated. I'm not even on the side. I think FaZe is in the right. That they could have. I'm on 100% FaZe's side. I think this guy was an asshole. Without him, $20 million, he would.
FaZe says that
I doubt he'd have
The
a
league's
million.
local lawyer,
diminishing
discussing this
their
stuff.
name, and
Yeah,
it was
lost
betrayal because to FaZe, they're the one who put this guy in the limelight. They're the one that taught this guy how to be successful with the same ways that made FaZe Clan so successful. So that's huge for FaZe that now they have their most popular member now going up against them and diminishing their brand and saying, "Oh,
He's
all
only
these
popular
stuff."
with eight-year-olds.
No, a lot of teenagers around popular.
Again,
He's been doing more vlogs now. He's done with competitive Fortnite. He's been done. So it's all vlogs and, like, you know, Apex. And he still plays Fortnite pretty regularly, but he's just done with competitive Fortnite. He said it was after the World Cup, and then he didn't go to the World Cup because of all this, you know, FaZe. His lawyer, Tfue's lawyer, says that this is an obvious, that they're just trying to take the attention off of them breaking California law.
who gives a
Which
shit about
they're
California
not
law?
a licensed
Yeah,
employer.
yeah,
FaZe Clan
yeah.
is not a licensed employer, so they will get in trouble for that.
Move it to New Jersey. You could do whatever you want in New Jersey.
So that's
Perfect.
they're gonna get in trouble. It's just
well,
how
you know,
much
go to Florida. You could literally get away with murder in Florida. That's the show Dexter right there.
So,
Florida man.
Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Dexter, which you should have, because that show came out in 2009, and if you haven't watched it, and you want to, you're
that's kind of on
slow.
you.
Kind of on you. CJ.
So, next.
Guts. Right.
I'm on the side of... I started out being on Tifu's sides, but he kind of lost me after, you know, more stuff surfaced, because originally FaZe didn't really release much. Other than, like, the YouTube... One of the co-founders, Banks, released a video about, like, his response to Tfue, and then Tfue was like, oh yeah, here's my response to Banks. So, yeah. 2. Scott Amos, a man from Reno, Nevada, was cleaning out the attic of his childhood home and found a copy of Kid Icarus for the Nintendo Entertainment System. So Amos thought a sealed video game should be worth a few $100 on eBay, but then contacted Waka Games, a company that specializes in the grading of vintage/collectible video game titles. The CEO of Waka Games contacted Scott and told him that if this was an authentic and, you know, real Kid Icarus, that he could be into a special item. Amos then said that his mother likely purchased it as a Christmas present to him, and said that there was a receipt there from the late 1988, I think it was November 1988, and it was even in its original J.C. Penney bag, which was confusing because I didn't even know J.C. Penney ever sold video games.
Well, it's an old company. What do you expect? They want to expand their markets.
The game was rated by Waka as a 9 out of 10. Just generally, they had separate ratings, but altogether it was a 9 out of 10. It sold at auction for $9,000. Can you imagine?
I would have preferred
like 20 years from now, you're like cleaning out your childhood home. You're in like the basement of the attic, and you just
find a
something
copy of
that's
Call
worth...
of Duty Modern Warfare 82.
It's like
still bookcase.
We're like, yeah, regular case, still like 20, and it sells at auction for like $10,000, $20,000. Like, that's insane.
Thanks, Mom. Best present ever.
Thanks. Better late than never. At least you now get a nice payday.
Yeah, stupid bitch.
Dear Jesus.
I got nothing on that. I got nothing that Christmas.
But it paid off in the long run.
Yeah.
Could you just imagine?
That guy is like almost $10,000 richer.
No. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Just picture this. You just walk down to the Christmas tree one day. There's nothing there.
Son of a
Look
bitch.
at your mom. Mom, what I swear I got something. Wait, Mom. What do you mean you got something?
That reminds me of like this past Christmas, my younger sister, was kept asking me like, why didn't she get any presents, or like, I guess she got all her presents in the morning, and why she wasn't like getting in the afternoon. I just went up to her. I'm like, I don't know what you bad this year. And she looked at me like I literally just freaking killed her dog. Like, oh my god, she looked at me like I just crushed her dreams. And she's just like, she's staring at me like right into my soul, and I'm like, up, gotta go. I just literally fled into the other room.
Because that's how you deal with children.
Exactly. You flee to the other room.
Oh, I just slapped mine.
Oh, yeah, that works too.
Yeah, that's an effective...
I've heard it works a lot better.
Effective. Alright, next. GTA 6 rumored release date could be as early as November 22, which means bad news for owners of the current gen, which will be previous gen when it comes out, most likely, as it will only be coming to the next gen consoles, PlayStation 5, Xbox.
Thank God.
You know, which is a disappointment news to fans of the franchise that have current gen. Because you have Xbox One, PlayStation 4.
Because that's a huge payday right there that they're going to be cutting out on.
Yeah, obviously I can see why they wouldn't make it for.
But they had some problems. Was that?
job posting by Rockstar says that they're looking for the next gen of open world creators to come and work for them. Which is, not obviously, it didn't say that for GTA 6, it just said that they're looking for the next open world. But everyone knows they're not making another Red Dead game before they make, another GTA game, so.
I'd be surprised if they made another Red Dead game.
I don't.
Yeah, this one did pretty bad, I've heard.
This one's a terrible.
Okay, well, I will see you guys later. Y'all have a good day.
Have a good one, Naive.
Alright. Yeah.
So, anyway. I mean, do I think that they should just leave for, obviously I think it should come out on the previous gen. Obviously, don't want it to come out on 360 or anything like that, but like at least one in PlayStation 4.
No, it would never come
Most
out on
of the
360.
current stuff
It's
in GTA is not available on 360.
Yeah, that's kind of
360.
recent GTA 6 news. Hopefully it comes out in early 2020. That's a huge monumental game. That 2020 is really be breaking my wall. I don't know about you guys, but got the next gen Xbox, you got more Halo, you got
100%.
2020 is to be breaking my freaking
I should have
wall.
enough money to break my own bank. I should be spending enough money to break my own bank.
2020 is a real,
I got my 19th birthday, which I probably won't spend that
Kicking
much
it
money
nuts.
on. From.
Hopefully by the end. Wait, is it late 2020?
Well, November 2020, like holiday 2020, so it would be when you turn 21. So yeah.
I mean, the thing is that I could either. When does the console come out?
Holiday 2020 was the only thing that we were given about the next Xbox.
See, I don't like that. I think they should give us an exact release date. Like, tell us the release date. It's not like.
Then.
Yeah, me too.
I won't be able to, probably not be able to drive around, pay for gas, but I'll have enough money.
I'll save up money.
Spades making sacrifices. I
could put like $50 away.
If I can buy it.
I'll probably save like the 500 area because it's probably be pretty close to what the X is right now, even though it's gonna be a lot more and the Xbox One S is like $499, so I want to be saving like probably like 600.
Fuck you, get out of here.
Yeah.
I'd
I
probably
should be
trade
able
in
to
my
pay for that.
Xbox
And one
Xbox
game.
One for it.
I might trade in the
I don't know.
Xbox
It's like
One.
a
I don't
hard
know.
thing, though.
I mean, I'll think about it. Probably like if
So there's
I
a lot
have
of
to,
games
I'll
on
probably
here I
sell
like.
my Switch, and like I'm selling my PlayStation right now to get Switch games. So.
Just give it to GameStop. They give you $5 for it.
Oh no, I have the Best Buy
Just even
membership,
if-
so I
if
get
that's-
like 15% plus on like, game trade-ins. So if a game's worth $10 and get an extra 15% for it, then it's worth like I don't know, another $1.50, so $11.50.
I'll just
You
ask my
bring
people
like random
for
ass
money
games to Best Buy and trade them in.
I had to put my PlayStation on eBay, but saying I've been doing that for like the last 2 weeks, I just keep forgetting about it. Because I put it on Facebook
What kind
for
of
like a whole
PlayStation do you have?
2. I got 5 games for it and a memory card and 2 controllers.
See, I feel like the memory card is what kills it. Like,
I mean, it's important to have.
no, but like, that's the bitch about it. Like, you need a memory card.
Memory card's like $5 online. Anyway.
No, but it's $5 extra that you can't spend on a new gen console. That's going to be about $50,000 each.
Maybe. Okay, moving on here.
But yeah, I don't think they're going. I think like a couple of games, like the first year games, might be kind of there. I think it would be a terrible mistake for them to not release GTA 6 on this console. Would I buy it
might
on
be,
the
but-
console is a different story because number one, it's already like a month. They give like a month away to like for like not multiplayer, the single, which I think is retarded. I think that's the stupidest shit ever.
Yeah, that kind of is.
Like, let me just play the full game. You have it ready. Let me play it. I paid full price. Don't give me a half-ass game.
Like, fuck. Why would they? They got no reason to. You already gave them money.
You sound like Mort Goldman from Family Guy. I don't buy your product with broken quarters. I don't expect broken crackers. Okay? Regards, Mort Goldman again. Mixer.